Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, it says I'm live. Okay, that's good this side. We're just testing out. Let me check this side. Boom. Good day. Good day. So, welcome to this live chat. Today we're going to be doing something a little interesting. This is going to be I'm on Twitter right now also at the same time. So this is a I'm having a space on Twitter talking about the same subject that I'm talking about here. So it's going to be about the shaman and walking the middle path. So now I'm just joining this side so that we could get a go ahead and have this live here on YouTube. And at the same time, I'm going to be having this Twitter space. So while people are waiting to join this side, okay, there we go. Alrighty. Greetings, family. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Peace, love, and light to you all. Welcome to another YouTube video with me, your host Mathix. As I said, today is it's an interesting one. We're having
Mathix, are you with us? Are you with us?
I'm there, King.
Hey, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So before you start today, first of all, thank you to everybody that's coming in. If you're here, please share this spaces. Let's get as many people in here. The whole point of this is to have the
Yeah, so as I was saying, we're having a live. So what I'm going to be saying here, it's also going to be recorded right over here. So we're gonna get into it, and yeah, we'll see who joins us, and it's gonna be beautiful.
and Mathix. I just wanted to ask you, please, could you tell us why you chose this topic, and then just like start from where you want to start. So at that point, and then that's it.
Oh yeah, nah, King, beautiful. Let me just do a sound check. Can everyone hear me? David, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. We're not gonna waste time. We're gonna go straight into it. If you can hear me, just give me a thumbs up, and then we're gonna go straight into this topic. Okay, Plamidia, I can see that you can hear me. Oh, okay, David can hear me too. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Um, so now the reason why I chose this particular topic of the shaman and walking the middle path is, I've come to realize that everyone that is incarnate on this planet, to a very small degree and also to a very high degree, is a shaman. Now, there's the saying that many are called, but few are chosen, right? Many are called and few are chosen. And one would ask themselves, who are these that are, who are these that are chosen? Well, the chosen are those who, like every other soul, have experienced past lives, but they have done certain work in certain lifetimes which would allow them to reach a certain frequency, a certain state of vibration that would now allow them to be on a face to face level with God, where they get to interact with deity as an immediate source of power and not as something that is far off. So the chosen are not chosen by a higher force, for we are all that higher force to certain degrees, but the chosen are those who now have taken that higher force and that higher energy and have re-established it as a root or as the foundation that exists within them. So those are what you call mystics, those are what you call shamans, those are what you call prophets. They are the ones who are chosen. There is no entity choosing people and leaving out other people. No, you choose yourself. Just as when you go to school and if you want to further your studies and you go to university or to college, you choose the course that you want to do. You know, you choose, okay, no, I'm going to do marketing, I'm going to do engineering. Earth is a place, Earth is a school. Earth is a school that souls of different calibers and of different vibratory states come towards as as a place where now they come to experience and to grow. They come to quicken their soul. So Earth is an initiation school. So, as I said, we are all shamans, but to certain degrees. Some are at a stage where they have not come to terms with the fact that they walk between two worlds, the physical world and the spiritual world. Now, those who we call shamans are the ones who are consciously walking between these two worlds. Because when you go to sleep at night, immediately when you doze off and you go into the dream states, you are experiencing the other side. And when you wake up in the morning, you're experiencing this side. Now, these worlds are layered over each other. And in fact, not only are these worlds layered over each other, you are the layer that is layering these worlds. You are that bridge that is projecting these worlds in your certain vibratory states or in your certain flowers. So, different parts of you project different aspects or different states of these worlds. This is why now you can, let's say, for an example, if you are in a sober state, right? And what you do is, let's say, maybe you smoke a herb or you drink a certain brew or you do something that alters your state of mind. What's happening is not something that is external. What is happening is that you are merely changing the vibratory state of your brain, of your neurons, of your chemistry within your head, which represents heaven, which represents the stars. So when you change those vibratory states within yourself, what you do is that now you allow yourself to, oh my word, I accidentally switched off my data there. I hope that I didn't. It was only for a second. I was trying to put this thing on. Am I still audible, Plamity?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Oh,
can hear you. We can hear you.
oh, perfect, perfect. What you do is that now, when you experience, let's say, an altered state of mind, you are tapping into the higher portions of your brain, your your frontal lobes, the neocortex, what they call the new brain. Whereas if you are now in an ordinary state of consciousness, which is what 80 to 90% of humans are, we are dealing with the animal brain, which is the R complex, which is the reptilian brain, which deals with fight or flight. So we hardly ever tap into the frontal lobe, into the upper mammalian brain. And humans being on the upper scale of the evolutionary ladder of God experiencing itself in physicality, we are privileged enough now to be able to walk into the altered state of mind while consciously still awake. Now, that's what we call a shaman. One who can, either through natural techniques such as dancing or breathing meditations, or through using external tools such as psychedelics, your marijuana, your DMT, your psilocybin, or any other techniques or tools such as ayahuasca, they can walk into these other states which are natural to them. Number one, let's start there. These states for a shaman are accessible at any time. But to access these states at any time, you need the proper training. Now, there are those kids that come into the world, they call them crystal children, indigo children, diamond children, and they seem to have this natural ability to just tap into the other side. Now, why is that? It's because, as I said, these are souls that have had the training. Because for you to be able to access these states, your body has to be vibrating at a certain state, or has to be aligned to a certain harmonic vibration. And that is going to be all determined by the soul. The soul is the signature, or rather, the soul is the template that sets up the type of body that an individual will have in this particular lifetime. So the indigo children have bodies that have been set up by their souls, which in previous lifetimes they've undergone training to be able to access the altered state of mind while consciously awake. That's why now, when these kids come in, they come in with highly intuitive minds, they come in with their instincts on another level, they come in with psychic abilities, they come in with that whole telepathic vibe stuff. In China, they were studying these, they call them the psychic kids of China, these indigo children. These are old souls in new bodies who have learned in previous lifetime. And in fact, I would say that most of us who are gravitating to certain spiritual information are students of old mystical schools. We knew we knew of this lifetime, we knew of this task, that there's gonna come a time, there's gonna come a timeline, there's gonna come an eon, there's gonna come an age of Pisces, there's gonna come a field, there's gonna come a zone where we will be born into this new world, into this new era, where all of this which is natural, where all of this which is not per se common knowledge, because even in the ancient days, it's not that, people have this idea that in ancient times everyone who was walking around was spiritual. No, there were still mysteries and mystery schools. That's why you had temples where there was, the general public could go into certain places, and then you had the holies, and then you had the holy of holies where the upper priests could only enter. People who were now of the upper echelons in terms of consciousness, people who were the real mystics. And now those are what we call the shamans, or those are the shamans. So this is the space today. So I just wanted to give a quick background in terms of why I wanted to talk about walking this middle path, because what we need to understand is that we have about 70 years to live. 70 years. Now, when I think about it, let me just say, let me just round off. I've been on earth for 30 years, right? 30 years. So if I'm going to live 70 years, I've got about 40 years left to live. That's really not a long time when you think about it. It's really not a long time to think about it. 70, it seems long, but it's not. It's not. The reason why it's important for people to know and to now consciously come into the state where they walk the middle path is because we are not so privileged as we were in the ancient times, where we could walk around and eat grapes. You have your lady there. We have the village. We walking around. Everything is nice. We were healthy. We're drinking good water. We're eating great food. The sex is nice. The community is nice. There's no, it's rare for you to hear that a human killed another human. We are no longer in that state. Everything right now is fight or flight. So we really don't have that much time to study and to remember these things, because there's so much distraction, there's work. I mean, from the time you are 6 years old, you have to go to, even before that, there's preschool, there's grade R, there's grade 1. So by the time you are 18, you were dealing with school. After that, you have to go further your studies. The next thing, before you know it, you are in your mid 20s or your late 20s by the time, let's say, you finish with your whole education. And immediately when you do that, you now start working, and then immediately after that you get married or you have kids. So people hardly have the time. I remember there's this lady I went to varsity with. She texted me, she's like, wow man, the things that you talk about, they're so interesting, but I'm gonna see those when I get older. For now, I'm still trying to, and I wasn't like, I kind of got it, but it hit a spot, Hore. We we delay, or we push away knowing these other things as if it's just like, like when you say you want to watch a show, you're like, nah, I'll watch it next week. I was talking with my queen about watching a certain anime, and I was like, nah, um Demon Slayer. I was like, nah, I just want them to. I want the episodes to get to a certain number before I watch them. I don't want to wait every Sunday for them to release an episode. So I want to have all the episodes at my access. So people do that with their souls. They're like, nah, I'm gonna see that when I'm 50. No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be dealing with the spiritual things when I'm 60 years old, or when I'm 70 years old. And really, in spirit, there is no time or space, right? But the fact that you know that there's this other side, but you just like, nah, not now. You see, so that's why I'm saying we don't have the luxury. We really don't have the luxury. Is in the world is in danger. And I've noticed that among the conscious community, we have this idea that, no, God, it's all, it's gonna happen anyway. We have this thing where you're like, no, we really don't have to do anything. Like, no, if it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Or no, there's nothing that we can do. That would be the same thing as saying that, I heard someone, was listening to this lecture. It's like, let's say you're in a room, and now there's smoke in the room, and the air is very dense, and you can't breathe well. It's like you sitting in that room and saying, no, the air is gonna clear up by itself. And you're like, nah, homie, you can stand up and open the window. You literally can stand up and open the window. That's what makes us co-creators with deity, or with God. That's why you learn in spirituality that God is all potential. God is all potential to the extent that, because it is everything in its opposite side, it is nothing. To the degree that now man, or humanity, is the actualization. So humanity is what gives form to that potential. So we are the hands, the legs, the eyes, the ears, the nostrils of God. So we are the ones who have to take action, because we are living in Malkuth, in Kabbalah. We are living in the world of action. So to a certain degree, yes, things are divine and they are destined, and there's this whole, it's written in the stars. But there's something that you need to do, and that is the call to the shamans, that we need to go and open this window. We need to go open this window and stop sitting and thinking that, no, man, the air is going to clear out. There's something that we have to do. The inner work is us opening that window, because when you do the inner work, you open up certain vibrations that allow for another person who's doing the same thing to now come together and create a different pool. You see, so that's why I thought that this subject was very important, because it's 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 about time that we act and do something, and stop sitting and waiting on extraterrestrials to come and save us, waiting on Jesus to come and save us, waiting on planet Nibiru to come and save us, waiting on the Anunnaki to come and save us. Yo, In religion, people are waiting. In spirituality, people are waiting. Everyone is always waiting. Why is everyone always waiting for something vicarious outside of themselves to come and help them? To come and help them. You see? So if I would love for us to participate in this space as a community. So if you have something to add, if you have something to ask, anything, please lift up your hand and then we can engage, family. So that's just what I wanted to give as a thing to the space. I'll give it back to you, Plamidi.
Like Mathix said, if you want to have something to add to the conversation, to the middle path, just put your hand up. Just like put your little hand.
Okay, let me just take this guy down in volume. Let me see how many people do I have here. Um let me see. What's up, YouTube? Slow mode, send message. Um Hi. How can I support the channel? I'm based in New York. I can't e-wallet using. We're using something different. I did respond to do you have what do we call this? PayPal. You can definitely contribute. Thank you for that. You can contribute using PayPal. Um can you do you have that? I think that's the easier one. I did respond to a message that you sent in a comment there. I don't know if you didn't see that, but I did say that you can definitely contribute to the channel by using PayPal. Let me see how many people are in the conversation here on YouTube. We have 5 people. All right, let me do this. Did you did you say something, Plamedi? Sorry about that. I kind of missed that a little.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Yeah, yeah. No, I can hear you
All I
now.
was, okay. All I was saying is, if anybody had, okay, you said we have one. Okay. So if anybody had anything to say, then they could say their piece. Barney has something to say. Go ahead, Barney.
All right. Um, I want to see if I can see people's comments on the live stream.
Chalo.
Hello, Bunny. You can go ahead, buddy. I can hear you. Bunny, you can go ahead. Um, Let me see here on YouTube. Okay, so guys, here on YouTube, as I'm saying, we're live on Twitter. This is a Twitter space. We're having the conversation. It's about walking the middle path. As I'm multidimensional right now. I'm here and here. So, oh damn, Bunny, Bunny, are you there? I thought I muted this side.
Problem or something?
Wait, is Bunny having a problem?
I think so, bro. Cause like I think like cause he's a speaker. He just has to unmute the mic. I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know.
you know, you know what just happened, bro? um,
Hmm.
as I'm having a live at the same time on YouTube on this very same thing.
Yeah, I see the notification here on my side.
So I'm having a Twitter space and a YouTube live. So I thought I muted this side because I thought Bonnie was still trying to say something. But if he can't connect, can we please bring on some Indy, can you can Indy raise her hand or give a sign if her energy is here? Indy?
Yeah, cause like honestly, the more people get into this conversation, the doper it'll be.
Like, can she hear us?
I think she can. Indy, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
All right, YouTube.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna stop this stream here.
Wait, can the rest of y'all hear
I
us?
wanted to give that download that I
Okay,
gave
alright. The rest of y'all can hear
was
us.
was because I'm
Oh,
trying
okay,
to
wait, give me a sec.
interact here
I think
also, but I can't
Barney's
see
back. Give me a
people
sec.
sending messages through. So I'm just gonna end it here, and then we're gonna continue there on Twitter.
Alright, Barney,
All
can
right,
you hear us?
your stream stop immediately. Do I want to stop it? I think so because I can't see people's comments here. Uh, so let me just say end.